Hey guys, it's Melody and it's great to have you here for the weekend morning routine. And weekends are all about filming, and I usually rest in until about 10 a.m. because it's my only days to get to sleep in. And then when I first wake up, I look at the trees outside and the leaves especially blowing in the wind. If you've been following me on Facebook, you see all of the beautiful pictures from Europe, and oftentimes we forget how beautiful it is in the US. We just don't take a moment to recognize all of the beauty that's in front of us. So I just take a moment to stare at the sky, and in a way it kind of slows down time for me, which feels nice. Pat is always dying for attention in the morning time. You know how cats are. They are ready to be fed, and so I just give her a little bit of love. And like all cats, she's very persnickety, and so she only likes particular types of music. She's listening to some Vera Lynn, but she also likes the Bee Gees. And if you are new to this channel, definitely do subscribe. We have plenty of more routine videos on the horizon, and Pat and I would love to see you next Sunday. And I also just created a Twitter account, so definitely give me some love on there. It's at The Simple Brief, which is also the name of my blog. And of course, here's Pat bathing right on the bed. Ugh, the audacity. After sufficiently lounging around, I usually start my day by lounging around in bed more and talking on the phone. After that, I move on to getting dressed, and my number one tip is to not wear black when you have cats in your house, or else it's going to show cat fur everywhere. But here I am not taking my advice, so I have to brush myself down. Of course, most YouTubers don't talk about this, but it's just a fact of life. And thank goodness I'm filming all of this at the table, because no one wants to see me sitting on a toilet. And then I'm moving on to brushing my teeth and getting some water into my system to start off the day. And guys, if you are having a hard time drinking water, get an insulated tumbler with a handle. I'm telling you, this changed my life. I drink so much more water now. And of course I have to feed what pays the bills. Pat, what would I do without Pat? She's keeping this house together. Then I move on to brushing my hair, and I have a whole video on how to keep your hair healthy with lots of vegan and natural hair care. So go ahead and check that out, because I'm telling you, it's not as snobby as it sounds. And my number one tip is to get some cat oil on your fingers and then put it on your face for extra smooth application. Of course, I'm joking. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. I always use my night cream as a base, a primer, so I don't have to buy extra products. And I also use my lip balm. And then I move on to foundation, and I really like this foundation. It is the only foundation that I own. After foundation, I move on to the cult classic NARS concealer, and I contour my face, because on film there is no such thing as too dramatic. So if you're going to go out in real life, if you want this to look natural, you just need to put a regular powder and not a translucent powder on top. Then it won't look so gaudy. I went to my massage therapist because we were doing a video, and he's never ever seen me in makeup. And let me just say, he almost fell off his chair because I was wearing so much makeup. But on camera, it almost looks like nothing. Then I'm moving on to the NYC Sunny Bronzer, which is amazing, the cheapest, best product, and it's great if you have yellow base skin tone. Here I am putting the Mercier translucent to make the highlighter pop. Moving on to All That Glitters, my absolute favorite MAC shadow, and it's a pinky champagne that I get lots of compliments on. And after MAC, I move on to Folie, which is a nice brown, and then Cranberry, which is a gorgeous pinky purple that makes brown eyes pop. And all of these are only $5, and I just keep them in my Z palette. Moving on to brows, I use the same pencil I've been using since I was a little girl. What can I say? I just get stuck in my ways. That's just me as a minimalist. And then the e.l.f. eyebrow gel to keep everything in place. And then I'm moving on to liquid liner, which this one is so easy to use if you have lots of problems like me. Clearly, you can see I'm having issues. Then you can use a skinny liner and you'll get the job done. I blend it all out with that big fat brush that I'll link down below that I absolutely love. It's my number one brush, and I'm just going in and putting the same eyeshadows as liner on the bottom, which is a great minimalist tip. When it comes to blush, I like to put one on top of the other, a brighter color on top of the original color, and I just find that it makes it pop. And I put it all over my face. I just like the way it looks, because really the sun hits all of your face, your nose too, and turns it pink, so I like the way that looks. And then I'm moving on to lips and just concealing with my absolute #1 concealer. And then I'm moving on to highlight. Of course, you have to have highlight. I want to look young and fresh and vibrant. So I'm putting highlight on and just blending everything out with my favorite blush again. And then I'm moving on to lip gloss. I love this lip gloss. It's the only lip gloss that I own. Now here's the final look. It's a nice natural look. And here I am just putting eyebrow gel to tame my straight hairs. I'm wearing extensions, but I linked to my favorite natural mascara in the down bar for you guys. I am putting on one of my favorite dainty gold necklaces and I'm good to go. So again, this is the final look and I like the way it turned out. It will be perfect for my green smoothie video. And here I am filming my green smoothie video. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And of course, I gotta have my green smoothie because it's perfect to kick off the weekend. You have a little extra time, 10 minutes, good to go, feeling nice and fresh, ready to tackle the day. Of course, you gotta clean up because I like to show a lot of items, so there's always a lot of items left out, and I just made a green smoothie. So I've got to bag everything up. So here I am grabbing my baggies and putting everything away. And this is my favorite part. I just love putting everything back. A lot of this channel is about organizing because I'm a fanatic about it. There's something so therapeutic about making everything new again. So Pat is just relaxing as she always does. You probably don't have camera equipment to put away, but we all have toys or things that are left out during the week, so it's a great time to just put these things back. Then you can begin your weekly clean, which I have a whole video on that. I love doing my weekly clean because it's so quick and easy, especially since I have the right tools to get the job done. So I'm just putting in my trash bag. I don't even have to shake the bag to open it up, which I really like. Using my cordless vacuum, and then I move on to cooking if I have any energy, but that rarely ever happens. So usually the cooking is saved for the weekdays. And of course I gotta make time for Pat because she's the love of my life, and so here she is looking extra cute. Pat. Then I put everything away and do the dishes after I'm done putting my curry in the crock pot, good to go for dinner. And I love using crock pot. I have plenty of crock pot recipes. So here I am putting the dishes away, of course. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, definitely give it a big like up. Every like helps my channel up a ton. And definitely subscribe because we would all love to see you next Sunday. Thank you so much for watching.